you're a new agent and you've been in the business less than 2 years and you're considering joining eXp, then this is the video for you, where I get into my experience as a new agent when I joined eXp and what I've learned, what I liked and didn't like. Let's go. What's up, everyone? My name is Cameron Hodge, an agent with eXp Realty. And if this is your first time coming to the channel and you want to join on my new agent journey or know more about eXp and whether that's the right decision for you, then this is the channel for you. So hit like and subscribe and that little bell icon to be notified every time I drop a new video. And I always have new experienced agents, doesn't matter, reaching out to me all day, night, weekends, and I absolutely love it. So if that's you and you need to know if you want to talk to someone who's going to give you an honest opinion of joining eXp, then reach out, call, text, email, whatever you have to do. I got your back when coming to eXp Realty. All right, so in this video, I want to talk about just my experience as a new agent, why I joined eXp, what I learned when I joined. You know, it's not so much an in-depth video about like the costs and all that stuff, but it's just a video of me talking about my experiences, why I enjoyed it, and what I've learned to love and dislike about eXp since I joined. So the first thing I want to get going with is that it's like why I joined. So I have been licensed not even 2 years. It'll be 2 years this November at the year I'm recording this. And, you know, I've learned a lot along the way. You know, I started in the industry working as an assistant to a broker at a growing national brokerage that's more unknown. But I did like ISA work, taking inbound Zillow leads and working as his assistant. That's kind of how I started in the industry before I got licensed that same year. And since then, I made a decision to move to Real Broker, was with them for a couple months and realized, there was a lot of issues as why I wasn't with that. And then I went to eXp in September of 2021. And the reason as a new agent, I'm making that decision to switch is I was looking for something, right? I think we're all looking for something like, like the next thing, or like what's going to make me, over 100,000 in the same year. And look, like the first thing I want to mention is like, there is no magic brokerage. There's no magic person or individual that, and this is from my experience, that's going to make it work. Like you have to do the work. And for honestly, up until in this last 6 months, I really just put off a lot of things. Like I was doing the work, I closed deals. But unfortunately, like in terms of growing a sustainable foundation, like I was hopping around a lot. Thankfully, since joining the eXp and like the upline and the people I got to touch in last September, like it has absolutely changed my life and my business and put me on a trajectory to be in a better place, right? But one thing you need to know is being a new agent joining eXp is like the first you have to make a decision is like, how am I joining? Because I definitely think there's a lot of bad with eXp. There's a lot of people that push out there and they try and recruit to make that their main business. And that's not really what I'm here for. I'm just here to just give you an idea that like when you join, like, are you going to join a team? I made the decision not to. It hurt because I had to generate my own business and I had like no sphere of influence. But at the time of starting, like since then, I've started to build it and grow it. But, joining, just under an upline, but not on a team as an independent realtor, like it created a lot of stress in my life. And you have to understand that even if you join eXp, like you can join, let's say like the upline I joined, like they're really big on YouTube lead gen and, creating situations in your business where people are calling you with no lies, just straight up. And I'm like, this is what I want for my business. But I could go join another team. Like I don't have to be in the upline of the brokerage or the team leader on that team to be a part of them. So it's something to know when you make the switch over here. Now, that being said, like I always say, like if nothing provides you and you're like, well, I don't want to be like any of these people that are running the businesses that I've met at eXp, then don't join. Because like there was definitely before when I initially joined, like everyone I think is, especially as a new agent, like you still get reach outs. You're like, oh, do this, join me, whatever, when you get your license. And I'm like, this is just pussy. I don't care. Like go away. But once I found someone, I'm like, that's how I want my business to run and to give me insight. that's why I jumped into it, because I'm like, you know what, I finally found where I fit in the system, and like how I want my business to go, and be aligned with those people that are going in that direction already, so I can just walk the path they've already walked. I'm not here to reinvent the wheel. I'm just here to copy what works and then change up little things and take pieces to build the business how I want to and how I am as a person. So choose the right upline. If you need to make a team, do it. Don't just go independent saying, I'm going to go crush it. Because guess what? I definitely didn't. Wasted a lot of money and time hopping across, when I went to Real Broker and how I got brought into that. And I'm like, what the heck am I doing? So choose the right thing. Like, I wish I was where I was 2 years ago, but that being said, like, I'm not. I learned a lot along the way that allowed me to build the foundation before I even joined eXp, to where I could actually take what I've learned, make sense of it with my upline and like plans that I put place with them, and then go execute it. Another big thing as being a new agent that I feel like there was a little bit of a concern to me, but I definitely hear of a lot of like friends that I have as they get licensed, we go through this journey, is training. And everyone always like pushes Keller Williams for training, and like I definitely think they have a solid plan. Like, there's no lie about that, but it still comes down to, like, everyone always says like, oh, we have the best training, everyone has the best training. Like, the only training that's worth it is the one that you're going to execute. And that's just what I've come down to. And thankfully in the last like 4 or 6 months, like, I've actually started to execute and started to see some results for the execution. Like, everything works if you do it consistently and have the discipline to do it. And I failed a lot, and thankfully, like, I still align myself in a position at eXp where the people above me, like, I still keep getting brought back and staying consistent and learning with them because they keep providing value. But you have to really think about, like, what's your long-term goals? Because eXp does, they have a training, they have icon agents. They give all kinds of training inside, the company. Choose what your upline's teaching. Like, I got a free YouTube course, learn everything about it, what they're doing, and fit into that. I have access to like a Google My Business thing and all that. And there's also people like, like Ricky Caruth, give him a shout out. He has a free course, if you want to start cold calling, because it's, I like the way he approaches everything, and that's absolutely free. So this company is just full of people that want to see you succeed. You just have to find those avenues, or, reach out to me, call, text, email, and I can have that conversation with you to see, what I know and the uplines I know about, and be like, hey, maybe have you thought about this one? About this one? And it's really just choosing where you want to go with your business before making that jump, so that that you're jumping into it to succeed and not fail. Another thing that I think is important for new agents to realize about eXp is, like, do I have to recruit? And no, obviously, like, everyone when I first joined the industry, like, I assumed eXp was, I just did what everyone told me. They're like, oh, this is a terrible company. Like, everyone's just recruiting and pushing. It's a pyramid scheme, and I have to recruit and not even do real estate. That's such a lie. Like, yes, like, they do have a system in place with the rev share that sets up to where like 50 cents on every dollar goes back to the agents in that upline, to where, it creates revenue. But the thing is, like, if you join the right people, they're providing value to you for them getting that piece of every sale. And that's something to take note of, is that, like, you don't have to recruit. But, like, even in my position, like, I'm not trying to recruit, I'm starting this channel because, like, I want people to know what I didn't know when it came to it. And I'm there to help people who are wanting to make that jump. But at the same time, you don't have to recruit. Like, I just have conversations with people who reach out, like, hey, I see you're over there. Can you give me an honest opinion? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I've even told people, hey, you probably shouldn't join, because there's, like, what you want, like, is you're already talking about that person over at this company. Like, maybe you should go over there. Like, if that's where you align, like, that's what it comes down to. Like, and like, that's one thing I learned, I think, when I had that initial conversation with, those above me, last September, was, it's like, hey, like, you don't have to join. Like, what do you want? Like, what's your long-term goals? Like, what are you looking for? And when they can either, meet or exceed that. And like, I've carried that same mindset forward with everyone I've talked to who reaches out, is, hey, we'll talk. If I think this is best for you, I'll let you know, but no one's going to force you. No one can force you to do anything. Right? Like, this is still real estate. This is still sales. Like, I still struggle every day. I'm trying to get going. Then, that 87% failure rate hangs over my head. And it's just one of those things where, like, you just have to understand that, like, no, you don't have to recruit, but having an opportunity to have multiple streams of income moving forward. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be 80 years old still having to sell real estate consistently or not have at least not have a system in place that's, a business that's flourishing just because I built a database of people that's so large, and the value that I bring is there to generate consistency in the future, not struggling every day for like 40 years into the future. So I think eXp definitely gives an option for you to have multiple streams, and you don't really have to push to show value. Like if you love it, like I love where I'm at. I could not imagine being the amount of people and success that I've being a nobody and then coming into it and being able to meet the people that I've met and get insight is just insane. And the two companies before that I was with did not really bring that as on the level that eXp has. And that's something that I think has been amazing. And I love it. I really do. All right. So the last point I want to make, if you're a new agent, you're considering joining eXp, is realize that, whether it's eXp, Keller Williams, like Big Block, I don't care who it is, or even just random coaches, like everyone is out to take your money. And I've definitely spent thousands. I've a lot of time now. It's all been great. All information is great if you execute on it. And I've definitely seen benefit in everything I've done. But at being where I am now and like kind of having my eyes open to what's true, what's not, and just realizing like you can try to like cold calling, right? Do you have to do it? No, door knocking, cold calling. But like the whole thing that I've realized is like, it's just getting a database of people. Like it's just a numbers game. It just comes down to a numbers game and then providing value and executing and being disciplined in that. That's all it is. No matter where everything works, if you stick with it and do it. And if I had known this 2 years ago, I probably would have spent a lot less time and money on the things that I did. Not to mention the amount of free stuff that I found at eXp that is shown like, oh my God, I'm like, why didn't I do this? It could save so much time and money. But realize that like, I don't care if it's like it's all like you have to make the decision and decide like what's right for you, and make sure that you're joining something that it benefits your vision and your goals, because everyone's out to take your money. Like heck, even me, don't even look at me, but like I know that I'm honest, but if you feel that's not true, then move on. Right. But realize that everyone's out there. Everyone has like the thing that's going to carry you. Like, look, it all comes down to just choosing how you as a person talk to people that you think have your best interest at heart, and then just make a decision and then execute on it and do it day in and day out. So those are my top experiences and things I found with eXp and the concerns that people have had. If you're on the fence or that you're ready to have that conversation about joining eXp, give me a call, text, or email. I absolutely love it. And I'm here to have the conversation with you, or to even join me on this journey of trying to get me off the ground and becoming an agent that not only thrives, but flourishes. So with that, I will see you in the next video.